Jai Jagannath. Welcome everyone to my today's class on entrepreneurship and startup. Today's session covers the end-to-end procure to pay process, commonly referred as P2P process. We'll explore its steps, objectives, benefits, practical use cases. This process is crucial for both procurement efficiency and financial control. So let's start. P2P or procure to pay is the backbone of how an organization buys goods and services and pays for them. Means एक ऑर्गेनाइजेशन या फिर कोई भी कंपनी अपना गुड्स जो परचेज करती है वो परचेज से लेकर उस गुड्स के लिए जो पेमेंट का जो प्रोसेस है उसको बोलते हैं प्रोक्योर टू पे प्रोसेस. इन नॉर्मल cases, in normal small businesses, this process is not no need to see all these processes, but in big companies there are proper processes, proper step by processes are there which we have to follow every time to have better control and better record of all the transactions and better quality of output. It links procurement and accounts payable seamlessly. Procurement and accounts. Procurement means purchase of goods or services. Purchase of goods or services, and accounts payable means processing of bills of these. So this P2P process actually integrates both two. What amount of goods and services reside in the company, that company has to pay for that amount of goods or services, not for others. The key benefits includes better visibility of spends. better visibility मतलब पता चले कि जितना रिसीव हुआ उतना ही हम लोग पैसा स्पेंड कर रहे हैं, जितना हमने सर्विसेज रिसीव किया, गुड्स रिसीव किया, उतना ही पैसा हम पे कर रहे हैं, उससे ज़्यादा नहीं कर रहे हैं. कंट्रोल ओवर बजटिंग, इम्प्रूव्ड सप्लायर, इम्प्रूव compliances, and real time financial monitoring. This process is particularly valuable in large organizations where procurement complexity is high, that I have already told. Where procurement complexity is very high in large organizations. In small businesses, this process may or may not be required, because to operate these processes we need different tools, ERP systems, everything we have to see. So in small businesses there is no need of making investment for this, following these processes, but because their control is not required at each and every level. But in big businesses, as the owner can't see each and every transactions because of the volumes, so it needs to put some system controls, some processes, some SOPs to control over all these financials and accounting transactions. So in those organizations this P2P process is required. Then we'll start step by step. What are these processes? The first step is purchase requisition. First step is purchase requisition. The P2P journey starts here, which is essentially a formal request for material or services by the needy department. जिस डिपार्टमेंट को पर्टिकुलर प्रोडक्ट या सर्विस की ज़रूरत है वो पहले परचेज रिक्विजिशन रेज करेगा. दिस स्टेप ensures that there is internal justification and approval before any money spent, because here it justifies that if the company is going to pay for something in future, it justifies that whether that payment is required or not required. If it is not required by the organization, by the department who is going to consume that, then why the company should spend? So this is the first step, purchase requisition by the needy department. This step ensures that there is internal justification and approval before any money is spent. Once submitted, it's reviewed by procurement and often routed through the manager for approval, especially if value thresholds are involved. Means, suppose that department has raised purchase acquisition for uh, 10 lakhs. That 10 lakhs is really required by them or not, somebody has to check and approve. So some managerial level is there, they have to see and check whether that amount needs to be spent or not. So that is called budget limit and approve. If that department is given a budget of only 9 lakhs, then they cannot raise PR, that is purchase acquisition, of 10 lakhs. So this budgetary controls system also help in controlling these PRs also. So next step is request for quotation, that is RFQ. Once the PR is approved by the manager, procurement sends out RFQs, that is request for quotation. Procurement means purchase department. Once PR is approved means it is purchase department's role comes into active. Their role is to immediately request for quotation from the suppliers or vendors. This encourages competitive pricing and ensures that the organization receives the best value. Comparing quotations involve not just cost but also delivery timelines, payment terms, shipment charges, after sales support, all these things. So this is the second step. One of the example I have written here also, 3 vendors submit quotes for laptops with different price and warranty terms. 3 suppliers have submitted 3 quotations with the procurement department with completely different pricing structure, different terms and conditions. So that purchase department has to review all these things. Then next step is purchase order. After evaluating RFQs, the next step is issuing the purchase order to the selected supplier to whom that purchase order has to be given. It is a legally binding document that details what is being purchased, in what quantity, at what price, and when it should be delivered. Many organizations now use electronic POs. Generally, all organizations use electronic POs because POs are generated from ERP systems. Not it is prepared not manually like was done previously to control over it, to speed up the processes and reduce the errors. Next step is contract management. Contracts are long-term agreements with vendors, often used to repeat the purchases or services. There are 3 types of contracts: quantity contracts, value contracts, and service contracts. These define what's expected under what terms and simplify repeated transactions by avoiding the need to renegotiate each time. सो नेक्स्ट स्टेप में क्या करता है कि कॉन्ट्रैक्ट बन जाता है. अगर कोई रिपीटेटिव सेम टाइप का मटेरियल आपको बार बार चाहिए, सेम टाइप के सर्विसेज बार बार चाहिए, तो बार बार क्यों पीओ रेस करना, बार बार क्यों पीआर आएगा, ये सब नहीं. एक साथ में एक कॉन्ट्रैक्ट हो जाता है और एक प्राइस फिक्स हो जाता है. बेस्ड ऑन दैट उसके साथ एग्रीमेंट हो गया, कॉन्ट्रैक्ट बन गया. वो कॉन्ट्रैक्ट के बेसिस पे वो मटेरियल आगे आपको देगा या फिर सर्विस देगा. ठीक है. जनरली हम एग्जांपल ले सकते हैं एएमसी. कोई पर्टिकुलर मशीन का एएमसी दे दिया उसको. जेरॉक्स मशीन हमारे ऑफिस में ऑपरेट करते हैं, उसका एएमसी दे दिया. भाई जितना 1 साल का हम इतना पैसा आपको दे देंगे, आप इसमें जो भी आएगा सिस्टम हमारा मशीन में रिपेयरिंग करते रहिए. Next step is GRN, that is goods received note. When the goods arrive, the receiving team issues GRN to confirm that the delivery matches the PO. Here the role comes of the receiving team, that is the stores department and quality control department. Their roles comes here because they will receive the goods from the factory gate to their godown. So they will receive the goods, prepare the goods received note, and match the goods received note with the PO, whether it is matching or not. It updates the inventory and ensures quality. Quality department has to check the quality and and the performance of the material. So next step is stock transfer of order. Stock STOs are used when stocks need to move internally. That means that stock has to move from one department to another department, from the warehouse to a branch office. It ensures traceability, stock visibility, and efficient distribution. It's especially useful in कंपनीज विथ मल्टीपल लोकेशंस. डिफरेंट लोकेशन से सबको भेजना है तो एक परचेज डिपार्टमेंट है, एक सोर्स डिपार्टमेंट है, दे हैव टू डिस्ट्रीब्यूट टू द डिफरेंट ब्रांचेस. Like the examples I have given, 10 laptops moved from head office. It is procured, laptops procured in the head office centrally and moved to the branch office based on their requirements. Then invoice verification. Here comes the accounts department. That is accounts payable process. Once the GRN is in place, the invoice is received from the vendor. Before payment, it must be verified against both POs and GRN. It has to be verified. Before payment, the accountant need to check whether that invoice value is matching with PO and whether it is matching with GRN or not. If he finds any ambiguity within this, then it will return the bill and don't proceed for payment. It will return the bill to the vendor and correct it and again send to the accounts. So this is a very important process because here payment is inbound. This step prevents overpayments and flags any type of discrepancies in the system. Next process is invoice blocking and ERS. If there is a mismatch between all these things that I have told in invoice verification, say the invoice has more quantity than the receipt, the invoice is blocked until the issue is resolved. In some cases, companies use ERS, that is evaluated receipt settlement, which allows automatic invoice creation and payment provided all terms and predefined and agreed upon. ERS सिस्टम आजकल बहुत सारे कंपनीज में इसको यूज़ कर रहे हैं टू रिड्यूस सम ऑफ द checking processes in system, but this ERS system is also similar to this manual system of bill checking. This also checks everything, but this is applicable when the terms and conditions in PO are always same. If there is any difference, then this system will not work. So these are all the 8 processes. Now let's move to the conclusion. The P2P process is essential to efficient procurement to pay process in any organization. It improves accuracy, controls spendings, and enhances vendor relationship. Automating this process reduces manual efforts, speeds up the cycle, and ensures compliances. It's recommended that companies use modern ERP tools for this. that I have already told previously. Hmm. It is always recommended that to use this process with ERP tools, because in the ERP tools the all these checks can be very easily controlled, but in manual system it is very difficult to interlink all these things. Hmm. This is what is P2P. We'll see in the next class. Thank you.